here at 7:03. I'm going to ask Doris to take the roll, please.
Marcia Smack, she's not here, we'll discuss that in resolution. Steve Young,
Present.
John McGrody,
Present.
George McClay,
Here.
Doris Nielsen, here. Anthony Boyle, he is absent tonight, and Mary Dyson, here.
The board met in executive session tonight from 5 o'clock to 7. We considered some personnel matters and some student matters. We also, since last meeting, met in executive session and had a board retreat. 2/3 back for this week, I forget the date. But we discussed the structure of the board, the direction of the school, and we're here tonight for the board meeting. At this time, I'd ask Mr. Sperling for the CEO's report.
Okay, it's very short, very short for my part tonight. And I didn't get a chance to speak with the board, but three just small points. Our high school roof needs to be replaced, and we're not doing anything yet. I'm hoping to get a chance to talk about that and begin getting maybe some bids on that. Also, can you hear me okay? Yeah. Also, as part of our capital budget, we do need to replace the high school roof. And we would like to, over the summer maybe, start pricing out what it would be to remodel and redo the grade school bathrooms. They're pretty old, they're worn down, so we'd like to get an estimate on those. Finally, every year, and this is the first time we're doing something like this, I think every year our girls soccer coach runs an alumni game. Kids from past classes come and play. This year, after the alumni game's over, he wants to hold a beef and beer for those over 21 as a fundraiser for the soccer club. Now, we haven't done a beef and beer before, and it's not done on site, but we're still talking about the logistics and if we in fact can do it. And to tell you the truth, that's all I have for a CEO report tonight. The roof, the grade school bathroom, and a possible beef and beer.
Thank you, Mr. Sperling. Principal report, Mrs. Simmons for high school, please.
Okay. 25 of our students competed at the George Washington Carver Science Fair on March 6th. 15 students received awards, and 12 placed high enough to compete in the Delaware Valley Fair, which will take place on April 2nd. Students will compete against students from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware in the Delaware Valley Fair. A special thank you to Mrs. Zecca, the science department, and of course our students for all of their hard work. A complete list of winners is available in this week's high school happenings. On Thursday, March 13th, 56 students from Philadelphia Academy traveled to the National Constitution Center to compete in the city competition of National History Day. Our students competed against 450 other high school students representing 16 schools from around the city. We are pleased to announce that Philadelphia Academy won the second and third place in the exhibit category in the competition. Congratulations to Samantha Frost and Laura Smith. Congratulations to Samantha Frost and Laura Smith, who won second place for their exhibit First to Do No Harm, and Caroline DeBellis and Dana D'Amelio, who won third place for their exhibit No Longer an Equal American. Both projects will move on to compete in the state competition, which will be held in Millersville on May 12th and 13th. We're asking everyone here tonight to mark your calendars for Friday, May 2nd and Saturday, May 3rd, where the High School Drama Club will be putting on their performance of Fame Junior in our high school gym. The performances are at 7 o'clock, and they are sure to be a really exciting night. Our seniors turned in their graduation projects on March 14th. Students completed both a research paper and an action project, and the projects were really, truly amazing. We'd like to display some of them next month for everyone to see. Seniors will be interviewed by myself and Mr. Anarino about their projects during the week of March 24th. And then finally, we're asking for the high school parents to save the date, because we are welcoming our sophomores, juniors, and their parents to a PAX College Fair, which will take place on Tuesday, May 6th. The fair will be held in the school gym from 9 until 11, and we have over 25 schools that are already coming, and we are hoping to have more. So more information will be available from our college counselor, Ms. McConnell, as the date grows closer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Grade school news. February student attendance was 95.95%. Attendance from September through yesterday is 96.46%. Philadelphia Academy will be represented at the National Spelling Bee in May of this year. 8th grade student Diana Nguyen took first place in the Regional Script Spelling Bee held at the School of the Future on Saturday, March 8th. Coached by her friend Miriam Soloway and sponsored by Betty Kansky, Diane spelled through 9 rounds and won the competition with the word kavya, which is a type of Sanskrit poetry. We want to say thank you to the high school for donating last week's Dress Down Day to help the family with costs for their week-long trip to DC, and the grade school will have a Dress Down Day to support this family when they're in DC as well. To start their reading unit, what does it mean to be responsible? 2nd grade students spent time last week interviewing several members of the faculty and staff, and by hosting a career day on Monday, March 17th, 20 parents braved the wintry weather to spend time talking with students about their careers. The Temple University Partnership for our students with autism has been a wonderful experience. The 10 Temple and 10 PAC students are partnered together, and they've enjoyed movement activities, games, sensory activities, and socializing. Feedback from the program has been overwhelmingly positive. We plan to continue this program in the fall and possibly expand it to the high school. PSSA reading and math testing starts on Monday, runs till March 31st. Special thanks to Anna Marie Sigmund, our district assessment coordinator, for her hard work training the staff, preparing the 1,000 books for testing. In light of all the cheating scandals in the recent years in Pennsylvania, the amount of work involved with preparing for these tests has quadrupled. We've been holed up in my office for the last week, and the books have to be secure at all times. Grades close tomorrow, and report cards will be distributed on Friday, March 28th. And we have a fundraiser for the grade school. One of our parents decided that they really liked the high school's logo magnet, so they wanted to replicate that idea at the grade school. And the funds from this will go to pay for Sports Day, or aspects of Sports Day. This will be sent home in next week's communicator. I have 25 copies. It's a 5x5 car magnet. The cost is $5. So if anyone's interested, see me after the meeting. Thank you, and happy spring.
Mike Thomas.
Yes. Cash increased month over month by $175,000. Our revenues continue to match the projected budget through the end of the year. Expenditures are running under budget. At the end of February, we are projected a savings of approximately $500,000 in the current year. And our total disbursements for the month of February were $472,000.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Home and school report? Let's see.
I'm Kim Burns from the grade school, home and school treasurer. We, this month, we gave $1,000 to the grade school play that took place last 2 weekends ago, the Music Man. We had the mother-son bowling on March 30th. We have used uniforms that are going on throughout the month of March. They're $1 for each item, and they're going quick, so get your orders in. Yankee Candle is going on now to April 1st, and we are going to do first prize. We're going to give a cash donation of $100, second prize $50, and third $25. Market Day, please get your orders in. They close tomorrow. And we're looking for volunteers for the Spring Book Fair, which starts April 21st. Keep an eye out in the communication.
Thank you.
I'm Janine Cartledge for the high school, Henry School. We just have one of our last dinner is coming up, our spring chicken dinner on April 3rd here at the high school, 6 p.m. Tickets are on sale now through March 31st. I have some flyers on hand if anyone's interested.
Thank you, Phil. Parent Advisory Council?
Hi, Elizabeth Medina from Parent Advisory Council. At our meeting on March 6th, we discussed placing the communication envelopes for the high school and the grade school on the front page of the school website. We discussed parents' suggestions of placing the snack money through the lunchtime by internet, which we do now. So we're going to look at changing that. We had some parent concerns regarding the smell of school buses, and we tried to get back to the parents the fact that this smell will dissipate once the weather breaks and the buses are able to move out of that particular area. We were updated by both administrators that high school had Cyber Day for the snow day. And we were also informed that graduation date was not being changed. That's it. Thank you.
Mr. Sperling, can you help us? Cyber Day, for
Well,
clarification, actually counts as
well, no, the state I don't think is going to recognize it, but we knew we were going to be off Monday, and we wanted to give the kids meaningful assignments to work on that day. So I'm pretty sure that almost every student in the high school and the upper grades at the grade school were given quite a bit of work that they had to do at home. Because you remember the storm that fizzled out, really?
Correct.
Wasn't really much, but everybody kind of knew we were going to be off that Friday, or I thought it was a bad call that the city closed, but is what it is. So students were given enough work to keep them busy on Monday. That would try to help cushion the blow of losing another day.
And with snow days, I think you got half the people mad at us and half the people
Yeah.
happy that for these people. no
I
matter
think
what
everyone's
the
mad.
decision. Yeah. Thank you. Transportation report, I don't know if you have it.
It was just, I just wanted to thank the drivers and the bus aides for all their hard work during this winter. It's been really, really rough, and you know, to a man and a woman, they've been coming in and they've really got us through a lot of this rough weather that we've been dealing with. And one other thing, we had a meeting, a safety meeting monthly, and we had gone over a lot of the situations with backing up of vehicles and things of that nature. We just touched on a lot of things just to refresh their memories as far as the rules through the state of Pennsylvania. And that's it.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion or resolution adopting agenda. Motion by Steve Young, second by Doris. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Is there any public comment on the, I guess we should read it first. What we're going to do is we're going to read out the resolutions and then we'll entertain any public comment on the resolution.
Okay. First resolution is to accept the resignation of Board of Trustee Marcia Spack. Very sorry to see her go. She's going to be a void to this board, but it was her wish to resign. I'd like to put that motion.
Yeah, we're going to, if it's all right, we're going to read all the resolutions, then we'll take public
Okay.
comment. And on the second resolution, there was 3 documented safety incidents with a particular bus driver. The name is in the resolution. I don't want to say it publicly. That individual has left the employee of school, and there's also in that resolution a bus aide on the transportation department resigned, and that's a resolution for those 2 personnel changes. Thank you.
We hired a driver.
Yeah, and at the bottom of that, we, additionally, the board approves the hiring of Jennifer Frazier as a driver and the hiring of William Vickery Jr. as a bus aide. Thank you. And the Board of Trustees was also informed of the resignation of Board of Trustees member Marcia Spack. In addition to serving on the board, Marcia was also the treasurer of the board. The SRC is very concerned about a board not having a void in the position of treasurer. It's an important position to them. The board tonight, in this resolution, we need to fill that position. Mary Deisler, one of our board members, has agreed to serve in that position, so that's the resolution there. I didn't know before before we did a public vote on that, if anybody wanted to comment on the resolution. Okay, then as to I'll have a resolution to adopt the meeting minutes from February 20th, 2014. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Doris Nielsen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution accepting the resignation of board member Marcia Spack. I'll entertain a motion to accept that. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution accepting the personnel changes we described with the departure of the two individuals in the Transportation Department, the addition of those two new individuals. Do I have a motion? Motion by McClay, second by, thank you, Steve Young. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution appointing board treasurer Mary Deisler. Would you like to make the motion, Mary?
I make the motion.
Okay. Mary makes the motion. I'll second the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. On that motion, we're very fortunate that Mary has many years of experience in school finance and currently serves in a finance position in a neighboring school district. So we're very fortunate to have her. Anything under new business?
Yeah, I have a comment. John, actually this pertains
Could
to
you,
you.
I didn't mean to interrupt, could you just
Yeah, I'm
state your name
sorry.
for the record, John?
John Santabor. John, actually tonight I came here quite surprised to find out a fourth member has resigned since you became the president of this board. What's going on?
What's going on is people are departing. I can tell you, in all honesty, I was elected as a parent representative last June, was seated in July. Technically, I think two board members have resigned since I've been president. What had happened is there was a lot of contention, both in the school community and on the board, over the number of individuals serving on this board. Certain individuals on this board believed that the right number was 7 under the bylaws and under the SRC approved extension in 2008. And I can tell you that some other individuals believe that the proper number to be on the board was 9. In any event, there was a motion made about a year and a half ago to increase the board members to 9 without divulging, and if anybody on the board wants to comment on this, without divulging what exactly was said in executive session. There was a lot of discussion on that particular issue. One of the board members in late fall resigned over that issue. Another board member in late fall during the same time resigned due to issues, medical issues with himself and a family member. And I can tell you that after that, 2 board members, at that time we thought 3 members had resigned. We were at 6 at that point, and we went to have a meeting in executive session regarding the restructuring of the board, and following that meeting, as a surprise to all of us, another board member resigned. And last week, I was notified via email that Marcia Spack resigned. And quite frankly, she said that she resigned for a combination of both personal reasons and that she had some issues with the board. That's the answer.
How did you get elected president of the board?
By a majority of vote of a quorum at a board meeting.
And when was that? When did that take place?
That took place, I know it was done in a public motion, I want to say October. It was in the
I
fall.
don't recall no notice. I don't, excuse me, I don't recall no notice ever being given. I just
It
remember,
was definitely done in a public motion. It was a public notice, and it was a board resolution entitled Board Restructuring and Election of Officers. And I don't have it in front of me, I will get it to you, I guarantee it was done in public out here.
but you and I have had some conversations by email concerning what's discussed back there, and you told me all along it's minor stuff, it's to do with children. This seems more going on back there than you're letting us to, believe. And apparently there's some more meetings going on from time to time, and we're not aware of it. We're not aware of it. I'm not aware of it. People coming here, I don't think they're aware of it. We find out if there was a meeting that took place a couple.
That's not different now, that's always been a problem.
Now, the thing is, when like you said,
If you talk, just
yeah,
identify yourself.
like you said about a quorum, when you guys hold a quorum, we're supposed to know, and we're not finding out until after the fact.
We can meet to discuss things, and we can meet as a board. What we cannot do in private session is vote on anything or make any decisions or do anything. All that is done out here in public, and I guarantee you,
Well, let's go
since
back
I've
to
been on
when
this
you,
board and every board member here,
Let's
that
go
has
back to
been
when
done
you were
out here in
elected.
public.
Excuse me, let John finish.
No, go ahead, George.
No, John's
Let-
talking. Let him finish.
go ahead, John.
No, I said every vote on a resolution has been done out here in
But I
public.
have nowhere I've seen, when I look back on stuff that was publicly announced, that you and the other members were elected that night.
I guarantee, I could probably find it on my iPhone, I don't want to take up everybody's time. It was a resolution, it was entitled Board Restructuring and Election of New Board Officers. I do recall it, I don't have the resolution in front of me.
See, that behavior concerns me as far as,
Excuse me, sorry.
What's that?
I was just asking about what
I want to
month.
say, if I were to guess for him, I would say it's